why the county spends all their money on the jetties. They want to redo all the jetties, but they won't spend the money on the pier.
Those jetties are going to always be messed up. They made them too short. I've read like the articles about it, Mark, and stuff. The end of the factory jetty, right? And you can tell a lot of times about incoming tires.
I'm going to fix it, dude.
There's at Baba Pier, there's a sandbar but off the end of it. That sandbar runs all the way to the end of the factory jetties, and it's just constantly throwing sand in there. They've already dredged it like 6 times since they've been built.
Well, you always have problems with that.
Dude, they're so dumb. They thought fish pass jetties were going to stay open. They're all like mini little jetties.
Well, when they built it, it was open, or what?
The water used to flow through there for a while. Like 6 months, and then it soaked it up. That was a big old fail.
Look at Puerto Ranch and said how bad that one is.
Yeah, you want to keep a pass open, you have to have long jetties and make sure there's nothing blowing sand. It's so complicated.
Well, it's the concrete structure that failed, man. Where the interlock was all that stuff. And
ooh, there it is. That fucking fucked a lot of times. That's like a 5-pound catfish.
Gotta bite. I think I got a lot of stress on my mind. It's a nice day to go. Yeah, I got a line. I'ma call the whole team.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Team Hard Life Captain Alberto Zertuche, and I'm here at Causeway Pier. We are putting in a lot of effort over here on this pier to show the dynamics of the Big Black Drum Run, is the best way I can put it, because it's not just the slots that are catching. We're catching the monster size, and this is the season for it. But also, too, we're showing how the baits have changed, because early in the season, we're using nothing but crab. Now we've switched over to using sea lice and shrimp and a little bit of crab. But at the same time, the dynamic of fishing the pier, as you can tell, this is a Friday night, and there's hardly anybody here. And so for us, we got here about 7:30, 7:45, and then we set up the camera and we started rolling. Now, part of this series of Teach a Man to Fish is showing the good, the bad, and the ugly. So which will it be on this video? We don't know, because we are still editing and going through the process. But this is just my introduction, and if you're new to the channel, I highly encourage you to subscribe and turn on your notifications, and make sure to give us some thumbs up as well. And we also got some prizes going on with our video short that's about to hit 1 million views. It's close to 800,000 views, which it's done in about a little over 2 weeks now. And once it hits 1 million, we're going to be doing a big 10 person prize pack with 1 grand prize in there, being a $1,200 plus rod and reel combo with line. And all winners will be getting a big prize pack, which will include braid, tackle, clothing line. I mean, it's gonna be epic, guys. So it's gonna be one of our largest ones that we're gonna be giving away. So stay tuned. It's free to enter, but you must be subscribed and you must participate within the channel. And that's being proactive with the comments that are needed for this, for our sponsors, to promote them, because the happier our sponsors are, the more they're willing to give and to help out the channel. And like I said, it's all for y'all guys. So, I mean, if you see a guy that's putting in 1,000 comments a week, don't worry, because he can only win 1 spot within the first 10, and then everybody else will fill in, and one of those 10 will get to the grand prize. So stay tuned for that. As we continue to get more views, more subscribers, we want y'all to know that this is a family-oriented channel, and it's all about sharing knowledge, learning knowledge, and being a hand up, guys. There's a lot of new people that don't know how we run the channel, so I want to keep reiterating how we do it. And for those that want to be negative or just upright rude or horribly speaking on the channel, you will be gone. Like, we're not a Facebook, social media, or some Instagram to be bashing and trashing. It's not going to happen here, guys. We ain't got time for that in our lives. We got time for fishing, learning, and sharing, and promoting, and being good-natured. Also, too, a lot of these big oversized drum, once they get over 30 inches, they are released. We will not keep anything that's against the law for us to keep, because one, we're on camera. Two, we got people around us that we are also showing how to promote healthy fishing habits. And a lot of times we have our family and our kids. So what better way to lead by example is to do such. Live that life, guys, and it'll be awesome. It'll promote healthy fishing for our future generations to enjoy themselves. And also, too, by doing that, it makes it a lot easier, especially when you're practicing the good ways to fish, that when you need to catch fish for, say, tournament reasons, you'll be able to do it right and be in the good. So here we go, guys. Got on to some knowledge. All right, so here I'm using my improved double drop drum leaders with a 10-ounce surf weight. Yes, it looks real calm out there, but if you actually look to our left, you can see the current booking hard to the right. We are actually battling a current here. The water is up to, I believe, 35 to 45 foot deep in certain areas, and it does rip through there. So that's why we use these heavier rods too, because we also tend to throw bigger baits on. But instead of me changing reel from rod to rod, I just go ahead and use my heavy rods that I normally use for shark fishing or surf fishing for this type of deal. The leaders can be purchased through Hard Lives Bait and Tackle, 361-334-2171, and or you can come by the shop, 1902 South Padre Island Drive, Corpus Christi, Texas, 78416. I'll have more information at the end of the video and in the comments. I am casting out the Cortland 100-pound test, which is the 16-strand hollow core braid. I'm using LX Raptors, MXL Raptors by Avid. My rods are a 50-pound class rod, and they are 10-foot customs. These are also something that we can do on our channel, is make the custom fishing rods for y'all. We got the Team Hard Life rods as well, which are 60 to 130 or 80 to 150 pound class rods that are 9 foot, which also we built them up with heavier duty guides, better reel seats, better gear, just all the way around, made for the saltwater environment. So here we go, guys.
They're already caught on the sea lice probably too. They can't be that dumb. You know what I'm saying? They're going back to old school. That's what I think. Because last year, I caught a budget drum on shrimp the way I'm doing it today.
A budget drum on shrimp?
A budget. Oh, budget.
The way you're doing it.
Hey, well, what do they remember? You know what I'm saying? Because these fish come through here every year and they get released and caught. They might say screw crab and sea lice. A majority have been caught this year on shrimp.
They probably had a meeting yesterday.
They might have.
Like the council with the
it was the drum council.
Whatever you do, don't eat sea lice.
Don't listen to Carl and just put everything in your
see
mouth.
A crab or a sea lice, do not eat it because you're gonna get jacked up.
Yep. Any raw shellfish.
They very well could. They've been catching a lot on shrimp.
Yep, I know I have. It's damn cheaper than sea lice.
So the weight kind of went.
That it is.
Let's go.
That it is.
Tie a good knot, son.
I don't know how to tie
That's the story I'm getting.
I don't know how to tie a knot to a net, Dad. It's not my forte. Now to a line or to a leader, that's different.
And they've been teasing us hard tonight.
They'll come around. It's not even 9 o'clock, right?
They're out there like that.
I'm gonna leave here with blue hands.
Blue hands.
The reason why I said that is because since we got here, every so often something would get to our line, pull it over, and then let go. And we would be without any bait. So, and it was happening quite a bit. We probably had 10 to 15 times it's already happened, and not one of us has landed a fish yet. It's going on several hours of doing so, and there I am checking on it because I saw the rod bow over. And what I've been doing too, as you saw right before I set it down, is I move it on the by chance that the drum is just sitting there, and you know, just holding on to my bait. Maybe that was him sucking it in and chewing on it before he decides to swim away from it. This was something that we ran into a few weeks back as well. And what the guys were saying was they were setting the hook beforehand when they would feel it start to pull like that, and they were actually hooking up that way. So I'm going to keep putting the bait out, keep testing it, and, you know, keep seeing what I can learn and or change so that way I can get back onto the fish.
Cast this far.
We know that.
Tell me about it. Hey. Might have been when I was drinking chickens and liquor and fucking fixing my reel. I think Friday's gonna be killer.
Yeah,
Friday, Saturday, and Sunday is gonna pick up right from the southeast, straight at us, hardcore.
That's when it's gonna be off the chain.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be like 5 hookups at a time and everything, dude. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think is gonna happen.
All right, guys. So one of the other things I wanted to kind of point out to you, see how some of us are following with the current and or casting in a direction that's not correct. Well, straight off the end of the pier right there, as the Mark was with his rod right here all the way to the left. But we were spread out in between there just because, you know, we're checking from the left side all the way, you know, around the corner and into the right area, you know, trying different casting distances from up close to way out there. So this is something that's food for thought that I'm going to readdress later on in the video.
I finally figured you out, Hector. You always come with 2. On the by chance you can pick somebody else's rod up that's hooked up.
He might picked up a few along the way because he pays more attention than most.
Oh, yeah. Always 2. Because you know I have like 6 or 7.
I'm on your game,
I bring
bro.
1 because I can only watch 1 because I drink beer.
But I fish 3, man. Somebody else will fish you for me.
Somebody has to go to the restroom.
Yeah.
Somebody's got to go.
Today would be a good day to have 5 rods out here. 6, dude. For real, there's nobody here. Shit. What else? This is actually like a miracle.
Dude, that one night we came out here. We came
like
out here late. And nobody was here.
This is like a miracle of drug season tonight. But we ain't catching. It'd be badass if we were pulling them in 3 at a time with just this many rods.
Yep.
This is like the miracle of drum season. No fish and no rods. It don't happen too much like this.
Do they go off 2 or 3 at a time sometimes?
It's like crazy times out here, dude.
The video I posted earlier today, we had a 4.
4 on it.
Oh, yeah.
4 on at one time.
Today though, or on the previous time?
No, I posted the video today.
Dude, I haven't seen half your videos. Dude, I get notifications when I pretty watch TV. Except for Longmire, I fucking binged that fucking series out this week. Real hard. It's pretty tough.
I see his videos in his shop.
Oh yeah, Albert has a lot of ideas, dude.
The shop he'll show like
Techniques, a lot of different things. Not only about fishing, I've noticed when he posts, a lot of tips. Things out of the box.
Where is that hard life shop at?
By Johnny Carino's, right, Albert?
You exit Greenwood like you're going to Johnny's, but I'm way before that. As soon as you exit the freeway, be looking for my shop.
It's been there for a while. Though.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And it does happen, even with us, that our lines get tangled. These are two of mine that are actually tangled in. So where I picked up one and then I jumped to the other one. I was hoping I could circumvent it, but I didn't. It just brought in leader to leader. So with doing that, I'm going to get my lines untangled. But
You know what? I'm not gonna play around.
Just do me a favor. When we do hook up, kill the music so we can at least hear us hooting and hollering over here.
Yeah, I promise I won't cuss, Albert.
You been cussing? What you talking about?
I know. I miss up all your videos, and I forget, dude.
right there to the left, you see that one rod go down? I want you to kind of pay attention to that situation going on there. And yeah, this is something that's going to develop further on through the video.
Like this one day with shark fishing. Run after run after run. Not a single hookup.
But eventually, in a couple of years from now,
Video as to when you are casting, you need to pay attention where your bait is landing.
We were tapping that one. So, yeah, that one's bouncing.
Father, good worker, he's getting out of jail pretty soon.
Got his ass.
Yeah! Woo! Hey, you should be out of jail already.
Yeah.
I just did all my work.
I think he's
for
Got off?
He is? Yeah.
I'll just pick him up every day at 7 in the morning.
He's on for his channel.
And
Man, finally one break
Even if
that.
it's on that bottom hook, I'm going to tell you what I did differently.
Yeah. I just took a break from all that.
He's hooked.
No, it ain't.
And there's a second place too for 36 and a half seconds.
Oh, I got that.
36 and a half. That guy had 36 and a quarter down there, so he missed it by just a little.
Oh, okay, I got it for sure.
Was
What is that, a 25?
Goes on the top. Oh, yeah.
By my estimations, that's 23 and a half inches long.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, what do you mean? It's 22.
Oh, hey, dude, your son's bringing it down lower, dude.
I'll go check.
27.
Hey, this way. The light's over there.
I'm going to go see the link.
All right, we'll go pick this up.
And then, you know, check around with the fishermen around you guys. You know, you don't want to be that guy that these guys end up being and creates a chaos on the end of the pier when it doesn't have to be that way.
From 12 noon to 2.
It was like 34. Yeah, the guy goes, I got to take measures. I busted out.
Oh, I got one right there. You should tell. A day later, bookstore.
The what? Yeah, for goose.
Damn, Nico's on point, man. He came all the way over. What's up, son?
He grabbed it quick.
That is one of the other things that you will notice on this video, that I do a lot of speed ups on it instead of leaving it full natured when we are talking. The reason being because a lot of music is being played, and trying to remember every part of the conversation is nearly impossible. Because as you can tell, we cover so many topics throughout the night that, you know, it can start one way and go completely a different direction. However, you know, now that we've had the success of somebody landing a fish, not in our area, but somewhere else, everybody's going to go ahead and recheck their baits and ensure that we are fishing with loaded bait. And you notice too, we're all starting to get hit a little bit more. However, we personally have not caught anything on there. So right here is when I started changing up my game. What I started doing was peeling my shrimp, but still using the bait elastic on there to reset up my baits so they stay on there longer. And I was going to see if that was going to give me more scent to put out there. And also too, I was looking at tricking the drum into getting them to believe they did not need to sit there and suck on the bait to get it out of the shell. They could just, you know, inhale it and be ready to go. Since we were using circle hooks, I wasn't too worried about them swallowing the hook, because out of the probably 1,000 drum that we've done this season, I haven't had any that were gut hooked. So that's a very good thing, and or hooked behind the crunchers. So that is one thing with these big drum. You got to watch out when you're sticking your hand in there. Do not put it too far back, because they can crush your finger. Now, the other thing that we're catching a lot of is a lot of the Atlantic rays that were out here. We've been catching them probably, you know, 5 to 10 a night, sometimes 20, but we're still fishing out here. Also with the catfish, y'all kind of know my rule. If there's 3 or more caught, I normally move places, but I was unwilling to move because I like this spot, because I can sit down, be within a reasonable distance of the restroom, and also have a nice area that's far enough from the fishing rod so I get a wide angle of everything that's going on. That's part of what I'm also putting out there too. With this wider angle, I'm seeing if it's going to be a better vantage point for all of us to be able to go out there, and when you can't fish, to come to my channel, look at the videos and see how it goes. And right there you saw I had 2 of them. And there's the first sign. I was letting that guy know that he had crossed our lines. And, you know, they weren't really paying attention to where they are, but they probably were assuming that everybody was throwing right, and which not everybody was. The guys over here to the left, Mark, and the other gentleman that was fishing with us, they were casting straight out like the way you're supposed to. But here in the corner, we can cast to the right. So that's what we were doing, because we can fish to the right with no worries of crossing anybody else other than ourselves. So with that in mind, we're going to keep it going and see how this all develops. And like I said again, guys, you know, when you're fishing out there, you definitely want to work with the guys that are fishing to your right or your left, because at the end of the night, they're going to be the ones helping you out. You know, sometimes your fishing buddy may be at the restroom when you need help, and you know, by being a pain in somebody's side while they're trying to fish really doesn't help out. But here we go.
He's running over or under my line? He's running under. Where's the net at?
Yeah, I'll be out of the bar. I need to move my rod. Nice. I'd say 35. Dude, we've been here making it like 7 at a time, bro. No, I'm talking about like no, camera right there.
Now, what do I do with the fish?
Throw him back.
Let's have it?
No, it's too big.
What's the big one? What's
30 inches.
your bag? Yep.
It'll take a lot of them to get the blue hands Oh yeah, this is series. Oh yeah. They'll do the pro. No, they don't. You breakfast. The whole of feed on film. Yeah, really cool. I enjoy coming out here. Well, I like that drum one where we could for man, but that's cool. Oh. Hey, the one this weekend, I'm telling you, you can only do I'm gonna move you right down. Hey, the fish.
That's why they're all fat.
Yeah, I was gonna do some fucking drum. Hey, those drum, dude, they got a fucking little bottle of fucking Tabasco sauce in Yeah, hey guys. They don't fucking go nowhere. Motherfuckers think I'm a social Most I've ever seen. What did you say? They fucking over that fast.
Hey, let me see your measuring tape.
Hey, it looks like get to another.
Oh man, I got it out.
It's a fat one though, dude. They're there, dude. Hey, you can just get one of those. You can get those fishing rods that sell at Walmart. Yeah, that's a big one, dude. Unless I was playing with it. You might let that drag a little loose on purpose, dude. Check it out.
It sounded good.
It sounded good for the video. Oh, I forget you're live. I should have something better. Hey, and all that riff-raff rock all around there.
I left a
Man, I can get one of those people. I'll make a video of it one time. And those that you like stretch out and jig. I used to use them to catch bait all the time. Just go drop a little shrimp or minnow or even like a little girl. Just put it in all the holes there everywhere.
Hey, he's still trying to pull drag.
You think about that little
Yeah, that little platform over there.
it's on the left hand side.
We just throw them out.
Shoot, all of them might just been cranking in. Like,
We turn around.
He's got some weight to him.
Turn around and whistle. On the left hand side, there's a bunch of rocks.
oh yeah, they're touching there.
Big old crabs in there. But, dude, I've seen some like that too.
But there's no smaller one. Well, there's two crabs. Go put a trap out over there. You know what I'm saying? I can throw out right there. You can zero. It's a 22 inch.
Hey, with that
Dude, I've
current
seen
strong
it.
it is, yeah, you pull it in, it's like, what the hell?
You didn't know he was only 24 inches.
Check it. Shit, what's up?
It was on induced drugs or whatever the.
Oh,
Should I go like a huh? Like just pick it up like before it gets live. Those are my buddies. I'm still in there right there. Those fucking rats.
Dude, this fish is
At first, they gave me a bunch of tickets. They realized who I was and how cool I was.
it has some weight to it.
Dude, I'm trying to get him to turn, bro. He ain't having it.
definitely a contender, bro.
He's a couple of movies. Oh.
King out 50-something inch bull red.
Oh. My buddy.
Discount.
You're going with me, dude. It's perfectly good. Where? Anywhere on public land.
Oh, he's hauling ass.
No, yeah, compounds have more power and stuff, but I like recurves for the simple fact you get off the side of the
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can see it.
That's a beast, bro.
Do I need to get the tape measure out?
Yeah. He's a beast.
Oh?
He's a beast. Yeah.
Oh, I saw. Woo!
You can hear it over there.
Boom, boom. Let me see.
Oh, yeah.
It's 28 3/4. I kid, guys. I kid. I just like to this with Albert. This is a respectable fish right here.
You don't even want to go in the net?
The weight against them.
Oh. He got a fat tail. You know what? That's just a thick, solid fish. He's not that long. He's thick.
Hey, no, he's
Solid.
long.
He's solid, dude. That's a solid. Heavy.
Oh, you hooked again.
Man, my rod's right there. What the fuck?
You didn't spit on your bank like I did.
Let's check it out.
You got a little bit to get in.
It's a trick. You alert.
Oh, yeah, dude. He's contender.
The preliminary real quick. Oh, it's not
That's
too
a
bad.
big boy right there.
Hey, there's that 40-inch mark, too.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
It's about 40. It's 39 to 40, just preliminary, like not restricted out or nothing. Solid. That's a leader for the day, I believe. That's first place for the day. Whether it's 39 or 40, that's the leader. Yeah, right here. Oh, you got it out. Stretch it out. Put it underneath it.
At least to make like more.
It's 40. Put it underneath the fish.
At least to be able to
Or just gauge it straight. Don't put it
38, 39.
Yeah, then he did play.
I will go check. Yeah, cause that's what.
It's 39 to 40. Depending on how you do it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the leader right now?
Let me go and run him up there real quick.
38.
38. Oh, that's the leader. That's it right there. It is 39 to 40. You know what I'm saying? I looked
38
up
and something.
He's 38 and a half to 39.
It's 39. I don't know. I know for a fact it's 39 to 40.
Watch the camera. The bag actually been.
Oh, yeah. Let me run it up there.
Yeah, that's 39 to 40. Oh, excuse me. What was that? Croaker?
39 and a quarter, 27 and a half pounds.
39 and a quarter?
Oh, currently sitting in first place with that. We had just beat out the other guys by, I believe it was like half an inch at that time. So we're going to go ahead and keep on putting baits out and seeing what we can get. Right here I'm wrapping up my peeled shrimp with the bait elastic and just kind of giving an idea of how I'm doing it and so forth. So what I was also doing too, as you can tell, I'm using decently sized shrimp. These are what the B table shrimp normally. But this is something we were talking about the other day, that when I was growing up, that we wouldn't dare think of using shrimp this big for fishing, but it is what we're doing now. Reason being is because we are seeing where the bait shrimp or small shrimp that I would get as a kid was because that's where I was able to buy it myself and be able to go fishing. And I was thinking by just having some kind of shrimp on the hook, it should be able to work for catching pretty much anything. However, I've noticed that as I'm growing up, that the size of bait does really play effect into the type of catches you're going to be going for. I've noticed when I use the real small bait shrimp, I tend to catch a lot more catfish. But at the same time, I still do with the bigger baits, but I catch a lot less. Also, too, with the bait elastic, it helps me to kind of fend off the bait fish to allow the big fish to kind of come in and get in there and still be able to get on the hook.
Oh yeah! Finally the blackie. What do you call that one? Woo! I can hear that one running.
Oh man!
But you're supposed to throw the clicker on.
That's what I do.
That way we can hear what's going on.
Yeah.
That's what they do, like charter boats, soccer, fishing boats. They use them on so the dude that's on the fucking end, they're driving, he knows what to do when they're fishing like Mario.
Nico's fighting on one of their rods over there.
People talk to check it.
Let's see. Come on.
Oh, man.
They don't pick that up.
Bring it, bro. I don't bring it.
Come on. It's still early in the month. We got a lot of there's no second day in March. And you know what?
Coming right in. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. What do you got? What do you got? Okay, you're nice. You're nice.
Oh yeah, buddy. Put it on. You got a drum right here. It's a contender. It might not Albert out.
Not that big.
My wife told me, my little wife told me.
No, but this one might cost you about. Might not have a little bit. It's not talk about. I got a kid, guys. I got a kid. We gotta make it interesting, man. You know? Yeah. Come on, there we go.
There we go. Let me go get it. So right here, this is where these guys, it's a group of 4. There's 2 rods, 3 rods right here, and then this one gets skipped. Between 4 of them, they take up 3 benches. Actually, that's the last group right there. My son came over here to fish with his 2 rods and the older gentleman and his wife over here on that one bench. And I'll continue on with here in a second, but let my son land his fish real quick. I know, I saw him really. I was trying to get over here, but I was filming over there. Yeah, it's a whole different ball game when you go a little gear.
Oh yeah, and it's left-handed. I'm not left-handed.
Sorry.
I got the radio on. There he is. There he is.
He was saying, I'm getting jealous.
He's very jealous. He tells me, if you catch one and you let me reel it in, I said, yeah, go ahead.
I was kind of joking when I said that.
There it goes. Good shot. Ooh-wee. Oh, and Just a little heads up, always pick it straight up like this all the way, because what ends up happening, it's going to break from right here.
Oh, no shit?
Yep. You pick it straight up like this, it'll last forever. Yeah. All the way to bring it to here. If you keep bending it like that, you're going to break it right there and it'll go. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got your first fish. Big fish.
That's not a keeper, right?
No.
That's what I thought.
But I'm going to come forward a little bit. There we go. Good shot, Papa. Yeah, because all the lights are right there.
Oh, you're gonna, like, switch colors.
There, yeah. No, that's good. All right, Pops. Good job. Thank you all. Thank you all very much. All right, guys, I made it back to the end of the pier, and I have seen now that these guys to our left have crossed over our lines. And I already told them, you know, hey, your lines are over ours. And he kind of like just ignored us. And yeah, this is where it starts up.
Is mine good, Albert?
This one goes up.
Mine goes straight.
Hey, you want to fix those lines, man?
These ones over here, hey.
Y'all got 2 lines over this one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna tear the line.
They got braid out close.
Yeah, I think they got braid.
No, they do have braid.
They do have braid. Ah, they didn't get them out, man. Hey!
They're coming. That's how I lost the fish the other day.
Yeah,
I brought my mono.
So it's around it.
No, he's
yeah. Me va a cortar la línea, man.
Yeah, cut the line.
So as you saw just not even a second ago, I showed where both their lines were over Mark's line over here. And they're both using braid. So, you know, obviously they're going to ignore us. So I'm going to go and do the right thing, call up to the pier house, let them know that these guys have crossed our line and aren't unwilling to move it, you know. If you cross over somebody's line, you don't want to move into a different area. Well, then pull your line in and recast correctly so that way you're not into somebody else's area. These guys now they'd already had taken over 3 benches. This is taking over 4 benches with the amount of rods that they have. And even then, too, for our rods, we're basically having to cast hard right, so that way they pretty much take up almost a quarter of the pier by themselves with 4 guys, and there's 4 of us, and we're not basically taking up 1 bench. So right here, they have come up and talked with the guys and, you know, started letting them know that they can't be leaving their lines crossed over. So that's when he comes up to there, and that's when Chris comes up to me and starts, you know, getting the lowdown and heads up from us and from them at the same time. And right there, you know, he finally sees that he is still crossed over our line, so I'm letting him know. And even then, I'm explaining to Chris how basically we were fishing to the left of that bench, and we end up having to shift right, hard right, so that way we can continue fishing without being crossed up with these guys. And they just really did not care on how much space they were taking. They were just throwing wherever they wanted. And then as I was trying to talk to Chris, he wanted to interrupt. So I had to let him know, hey, I'm talking to Chris right now. You can wait your turn until after I'm done. Then you can go speak whatever you got to speak. And so he walks away, which is good. And, you know, Chris has fished with us plenty of times. He knows how we try to keep our lines straight, try to work with everybody there. If the guys wanted to fish that corner, we were already saying, man, all they have to do is come up and say, hey, can we fish in with y'all? More than likely, we always say yes, because there's extra spots there. That's the way the pier works, is if there's holes, there's a rod. However, but it doesn't mean that if there's 4 extra benches, you take up all 4 benches and keep pushing everybody else further and further away. You know, there's a time when you've got to be okay with it. And so, like right there, he cast it out, which is crossed over a bunch of our lines there. And I just told him he's over like 3 of them to the left, or 2 or 3. And he was like, whatever, and leave it there. And I was like, see, this is exactly our point. We're trying to correct these guys, and instead of them fixing it, they just want to leave it all there. And so that's when Chris returns to the pier house to get, you know, further instruction of what they're going to do and so forth. So that's the way you got to kind of leave it, guys. It's not up to you to be, you know, the person running the show and stuff like that. You just got to make your voice heard and pass on the knowledge to these guys. And hopefully they'll learn, too, that they can't always have the whole pier to themselves, especially, like I said, there's 4 of them. They each have 3 rods apiece, and they're trying to take up 5 to 6 benches all by themselves, and that's not cool. You got to share the pier, guys. It's evenly for everybody. We pay just like you pay. And so this is part of the situation we ran into the other day.
Over there, I remember the tournament was here. But the thing is, first, usually it's way at the bottom. Most often than not, the first question that I ask, which way is the current going? People that don't, they come right? Yeah, that's what they don't know.
Then they don't care, you know.
Things are going, and adjust your cast. Like, dude, I could literally, if there's a hole right there somewhere, right? I could literally, like, knowing how I see the water moving, you can just put it pretty fucking close to where I can get in there.
Yeah, I mean,
and other people are amazed. They're like, how do y'all do that? It's not that hard. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, a little bit of thought, some semi-decent casting skills, no Alex or Chris Fry skills. They're my best buddy. But you know what I'm saying? We make it happen, bro. Easy. It's just you gotta pay attention, hit it the right spot, the right way. That's simple. And everybody fishes all tight in coordination with each other. You know? But the main thing when you come out here, dude, if you're not too worried, like I can look right away. I can butt fucking drunk and look at the water and know where things are going, you know? That's just me. But
you've been doing it long enough.
Yeah. But literally, first thing you ask, which way's the current going? If you look at the water right now, which way's the current going? Earlier, we only had a wind current because of the northeast wind going that direction. They disconnect, but now it actually ran up a little bit and it's going harder, but it's just going that way. So if you want to hit it between 2 rods, figure, okay, look, man, I'm gonna cast this way like that. I'm gonna cast this way like that. And it looks like, you know, a few yards that direction.
You got the bait elastic?
Yeah. They caught a catfish and it swallowed the hook completely. So I had to finger a catfish to get the hook out.
Just the start, son.
It's just called practice.
It's just called practice. Yeah.
How did you learn that?
What did you do that meme?
Yeah, that one, right? How did you learn this? How did you learn how to do that? I've been working on a lot of catfish.
and I had a big old piece of shrimp attached to, and I was like trying to get like an angle on it, and I couldn't, so I had to twist it, and I was able to pull it out.
I just think my whole
Took a little bit, but I got it. Got me somewhere.
Drums bound.
I did that with a big old stingray.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I remember that, the 4'6".
Yeah. Came up to the end.
Look out,
Ooh, that's bait right there. That's bait, bro. Monster. If y'all ain't gonna use it for bait, throw it in my bag.
I got my hands on it.
Wow. That's it, Papa. It's your ass.
And only if I had.
Oh, since you don't, I'll throw it on my wall. You're leaving?
Like the last time, remember? Looking.
Let me get back here. Put it past